Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 10, episode 16. Sorry. Driving Miss Kim. And is this the one what? I'm going to try to get, well, I'm more likely to get through this fast, but y'all know we're going to have to talk about the DNP right now. So, you have Kandi and Joyce. They rehash the trip and everything. Joyce says she feels that Portia, she feels bad for Portia. She met with Portia and feels that in their given situation that Portia was being manipulated. Kandi just wants her to admit that she was trying to hurt her. That she said and did what she did all because, hey, get back. I just wanted you to hurt. Point blank in the fucking period, and they will be able to move on. And I hope in her saying this, well, I hope they play that during the reunion, because I'm pretty sure the reunion was taped before this episode aired. Yes, it was. So I just hope they play this and she could just say, yeah, I just said that to hurt you. Or I was trying to be a good friend to her, so I was just, whatever the case may be, just tell the truth. Tell the truth. So Mama Joyce says that, so Kandi mentions how the girls are pretty much just using her situation as ammunition against Portia. And Mama Joyce is like, well, why don't you tell them just dead that shit? Let me see. So now we got Sheree and Kim, and then in Sheree's house, and then at Nene's house, Nene, Greg, and Brent. So Nene clapped back at Brielle, discrediting her home. Kim was Sheree's +1. Kim says that Brielle was invited by Brent. Well, Brent said that's not what happened. Brent was just like, she hit him up, said that she was in the neighborhood. And he was like, yeah, why don't you just go ahead and stop by? So you're conveniently in the neighborhood when Nene is having an adult party where your mother conveniently is already at as a +1 that she wasn't invited to. Gotcha. That's pretty much it. So it was a lot of some bullshit. And of course, you have Kim steady sitting here talking cash money shit about Nene. I'm not going to sit here and quote the whole because I don't really care. I just can't wait for the reunion because I know they're going to sit here and they're going to gather. They're going to gather Kim, buy that wig. They're going to need to sit here and, you know, trim some of them chins off of it. Like, they're going to get them. I feel bad because I'm going to miss part 2 of the reunion. And I feel that part 2 is probably when we going to get the shit. So, I'm kind of mad about that. But anyway. Cynthia go pick up Will. Long story short, Will curbed the fuck out of her because she was going to pick Will up and take him to the airport. And Ma was like, I would call his ass an Uber. You shouldn't have, because he curbed your ass on television, made you look stupid. Sheree's with Kandi, the group and the promoter. So at this point, Nene said the Uber driver shit. And Kandi is saying how the group and the promoter wanted Nene going. Kandi, not necessarily. Sheree was just like, well, that's your friend. Could you not fight for it? She was like, I tried to, but I couldn't. And then Sheree wants to compare this situation to what happened between Kandi and Portia. And these are, I mean, they're in the same, you know, baseball field, but it's 2 different instances. Because on one hand, I've been the victim of sitting here and being quick with it and just sitting here saying some shit to hurt a motherfucker. I've fucking been there. But that's all that it was. And fucking, I'm going to just skip ahead. Because you have Nene, Marlo, and Cynthia. And Nene pretty much says, like, all it was, it was an Uber joke. And the Bay Area is where Uber originated. So people already took offense to that, and then somebody said to Nene, go kill yourself. And that is when Nene said, I hope you get raped by an Uber driver. So she didn't know this individual. It was just, hey, fuck it. You said something to me. I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to just literally just try to cut you all the way deep. Cut you to the bone. With Portia took something that somebody said and threw it at Kandi as if it was true and was saying it to hurt her and defame her. In addition to that, of course, that fucks with her paper and whatnot. You got people on the internet calling her Pew Copy and whatnot. Like, it's 2 totally separate fucking things. I understand it, but 2 totally separate fucking things. And Sheree is being so fucking two-faced because on one hand, you're sitting here like, oh, well, why don't you try to fight for it? But then at the same exact time, it's like you're swimming in the fact that Nene just took a hit. And we all not gonna sit here and pretend as we don't know what the beef is because Sheree felt that she was supposed to be the breakout star. And lo and behold, Nene ended up becoming the breakout star. And, you know, Sheree was just taking L after L after L. So, yes, there's a vendetta there. There's some beef there. And they've done shit to each other. Even season one, it was within like it might have been the first episode, but within the first couple where Sheree had a party and purposely did not put Nene on the guest list. Like, we're not finna pretend. All right, and we at the end. So you got Kandi and Kim. Kandi waiting on Kim. It's 12:57. Then it's 1:39. Then it's 2:11. Then it's 2:28. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have waited, but I wouldn't because I would have been to order my food. I would have ate my food and then I would have left. I'm just gonna be honest. But I ain't gonna wait for no month for that long. She and Kim was getting out the car and tell Corey, oh, I may be quick. He was like, I hope so. Just like, okay. Again. And all Kim does is come, says some shit, stir up some shit, shoot her scene, and then fucking leave. That's all the fuck she doing. Kandi says she doesn't go anywhere by herself anymore. Like, it's always Croy, and she's trying to use her alcoholism as a reason to have Croy. And Kandi whole thing is, it's been many times your ass and drunk and drive. Like, don't do that. Kim mentions Kandi complaining about Croy dropping her off. And she's like, it's not about him dropping you off. It's about you not being present. You're not in the moment. Rather than sit here and be with us and enjoy our company, you are on the phone texting him, worried about him and all this other stuff. And, you know, because she was just like, well, why do you even know? She was like, I know he's outside because you bring it up every 10 fucking minutes. So then Kim was just like, well, you know, there's jealousy. Not with you, but I know who it's with. And Kandi's like, ain't nobody fucking jealous of you, nah. And Kim, I already said that. So then Kandi says, when you're with us, it's like you look for an excuse to leave. She's like, give me an example. She's like the elephant in the room when you call Croy. And she was like, when the fuck did I call my husband? And this is when Candace came out. I was like, yes, come through, Candace, come through and snatch, come through and gather. I was ready. And she was like, who the fuck you cussing at? Bring it on down. Are we having a conversation? She's like, I'm getting irritated. She's like, well, if you are getting irritated, then take your ass out to the car. Do what you normally do. She was like, I want to have a cool conversation, but if you want to go there, I can't. Also, like, if you want to go there, I will. I was like, yes, Kandi, yes. And Kim, her wig was shook because she didn't know what the fuck to say. Because I guess she thought that she was gonna come there and get Kandi together. And the reverse happened. So then she started bringing up her kids and everything. And then she wants to say and talk about how Nene on drugs and all this other shit. Kim talking cash money shit at her confessional because I don't give a fuck. Because what's going to happen is when we get to the reunion, they're going to sit here and they're going to gather. They're going to snatch. They're going to drag. They're going to scold drag that ass. They're going to mollywop that ass. Okay? They're going to donkey stomp that ass. They're going to do all this shit to this ass. Okay? But that's it. Married to Madison next.